My name is Judy Hagee. I'm originally from the Midwest and I've lived in many states, but I love North Carolina. I'm a retired school teacher and I've lived at Wellspring for almost 2 years. About 7 or 8 years ago, I had a college roommate who, with her husband, was looking at not-for-profit CCRCs in anticipation of their moving somewhere. That got my husband and me thinking about what we wanted to do for our last move. So my husband, being a mechanical engineer, started researching not-for-profit CCRCs. At the time, we were snowbirds with a cabin in Minnesota and a home in Florida, and recognized at some point we would need to stop going back and forth and taking care of 2 homes, and decided that North Carolina was really where we wanted to be. We visited all 14. We narrowed the list down to 5 that we really liked, and the next year we spent 2 nights at each one of those places, and then each made our list, and Wellspring came up as number 1 on both lists. When we came to Wellspring, we went for a walk the first day we were here and happened to run into a man who's now one of my neighbors. And we talked to him for half an hour, which just amazed me that we could meet a stranger who was so friendly and welcoming to the community. The thing that struck me most about Wellspring was that the people were so welcoming. It was a real community of people who liked each other. It was really obvious that Wellspring was the place we should be. And we got on the list, and we're not planning to move for several years. In the meantime, my husband passed away, and when I received a letter about coming to Wellspring and looking at some places, I decided I could go look, and if I didn't want to move yet, I didn't have to. But I walked into this space, and it was so much like my home that I felt immediately at home here, and decided that I would go ahead and move. The gift to our children is that they are not going to have to travel back and forth to see me to make sure I'm fine, and they are just delighted that we had taken the time and the thought to choose what we wanted to do in our older years. I moved here knowing absolutely no one. The people are so welcoming and kind and thoughtful. There are so many ways to meet people. I got involved in several activities within a few months of moving here. I very quickly met a lot of other retired teachers. And then I met other people who had come from different occupations, who had traveled, who had lived in many states, who had a lot of life experiences. And that makes it a much richer place for all of us to share all of our experiences. The neighborhood is just wonderful. Things like the community table twice a week, where you can go and you sign up to eat with other people who sign up to eat at that table. And that's a wonderful way to meet people. One of the things that was good for me was the safety issue. When we first looked at Wellspring, it was not a gated community. But when I moved here, being a single person, it was a real sense of being safe. Wellspring is a place where you live well and secure, that you are encouraged to join the community, to enjoy the fitness things that are offered in the fitness center. You're encouraged to join different committees so that you meet many people. And the entire experience is really the best one could ever want. Being here has really made a difference in my life, and I see so many other people who in their older years are still active, are still happy to be with other people, and are really living well as long as they live. Independent living is a marvelous place to be, partly because you are not in charge of taking care of your space where you're living. If you have a problem with your house, you call the maintenance and they come and fix it. And it's takes away a lot of the stress of living in a home, in an independent home. Being in independent living affords me the opportunity to be involved and active and not have the responsibilities of a home ownership and home repair and all of the things that take a lot of your energy. You have energy to just enjoy the activities, enjoy being out and about in the community, enjoy the good food, and enjoy the wonderful people.